Welcome to Envisioned Broadcasting, the station designed to encourage, equip, and empower you for growth and success. Presents Women Emerge with Mellisa Lambert, a show that shines a light on spiritual growth, health, purpose, and financial education. It's time to emerge and begin to live out your dreams, walk into your destiny, while making a difference in the lives of many.
Welcome to Women Emerge with Mellisa Lambert. I am your host, and it's always so good to just come before you another Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, everybody. I just want to thank each and every one of you just for listening, for tuning in, for always replaying and listening to the podcast, for listening to me live. I just want to say thank you. And this month of May has been a full month. And we know that May is a month where we normally deal with mental health. It's the month where we say it's a mental health awareness month. And I didn't want to close out the month without really discussing, again, mental wellness. But before we even get into that topic, let me just share with you that this show is being sponsored by Women Emerge Network, a network created for women, men, and children to help bring families' dreams, destiny, and their businesses together. Women Emerge Network stands on the 4 pillars. Not only Women Emerge Network, but Lambert Elite Consulting stands on the 4 pillars. Our 4 pillars are passion, purpose, power, and profit. The goal for me is to help you to what? Understand what your passion is. Push you into your purpose, literally light the fire for you to power up and help you to now see the profit thereof. So that's the focus of Women Emerge Network and Lambert Elite Consulting, even Lambert Publishing House. That's what I do. My goal is to get you to passion, push you to purpose, lead you to power, and help you to profit. As we all know that today is Wellness Wednesday. Every Wednesday, we want you to tune in and let's learn together as, we share about everything wellness. When it comes to wellness, many people think only of our health. But on this show, I will be discussing not only just wellness, but spiritual wellness, our health, our wealth, and even our mental wellness. And as I mentioned earlier, that the month of May is Mental Wellness Awareness Month. And I did not want to close out the month without discussing, again, another subject that, I feel that is like so close to me. That's something that I also struggle with. And I was telling one of my girlfriend, Candace, yesterday, I was like, you know what? I need to talk about this. It's not talked about, and the topic for today that I will be discussing is overcoming mental and emotional drain or burnout. I'm going to give you some tips for a better you. So when you think about emotional and mental drain or burnout, that's a lot, right? And I'm going to speak from my point of view. I'm just going to speak from the full-time entrepreneur, from the single mother, from the woman that is also not only a single mother, but also the teacher of the child. My daughter is homeschooled, so the teacher, right? Speaking from the place of a friend, speaking from the place as a daughter, speaking from a place as a sister, speaking from the place as a business owner, speaking from a place where I'm also a woman of faith that has a gift that God used to build the kingdom of God. So I'm speaking from that space, right? So welcome back again to Women Emerge with Mellisa Lambert. Today I'm going to dive into a topic that affects so many of us, mental and emotional drain or burnout. I will be discussing what it is, why it happens, and most importantly, how to combat it and build resilience for better days ahead. Because there's a song that I forgot her name, but she sings Better Days. Better days It says, better days, better days are coming. Y'all, I try to hold a note, but that song, I'm seeing her face and her late name starts with a letter L. Um, that is what I want to see for each and every one of us, that better days truly are coming. So, how do we understand mental and emotional drain or burnout? Let's start by defining mental and emotional drain. Mental drain refers to the exhaustion you feel from overthinking, overworking, constant decision making as a mother, as a sister, as a daughter, as a worker, as a business owner, stems from even dealing with intense feelings, whether it's stressful feelings, sadness, anxiety, and even overexcitement. You know, I remember just even this past weekend was amazing. But when I came back to Florida, I thought about the fact that on today I have to take a test. I have to take my test. My two. It was supposed to be the 214, but I paid for the 215. Studied for the wrong test, y'all. So, so I was having anxiety just knowing the fact that one, I studied for the wrong test all this time, and two, I have to take a test that I don't have no clue of. But three, I said, you know what? Only thing can happen is I either pass or fail, right? So I'm hoping I pass, and not that I fail. And if I did fail, I'm going to retake it again, study for the right test this time, and take it again. So yeah, these drains can be caused by very so many different factors when you think about it, right? When you think about the stress of life, when you think about just, work related stress, deadlines, long hours, and high expectation, especially for me as a business owner, like I juggle a lot and people say, how do you do it all? Whatever brings the money in this week, that's what I juggle, right? If it's publishing, great. Publishing to me helps me tremendously because it's a bigger bulk of my, of less of my time, much I should say, because I do a lot of delegation to my team. But the bulk of how much I get paid is bigger for me to put the time there, right? Um, Second thing that comes after Lambert Publishing is my consulting business. I consult and I do a lot of mind mapping session. My mind mapping session ranges from 397, really say 497 to 597. I can up it a little bit more depending on what package they choose, but I can range from 397, 497, and 597. Those are my range for the mind mapping session because it's a lot, and people have to understand the value of what you would bring to them. I'm bringing them ideas from the throne, from God, to help them to literally push to passion, purpose, um, power, and profit within a 2-hour session, right? So um, that sometimes is stressful because I am, trying pushing to figure out what clients I need to pay this bill, what clients I need to pay that bill, how I'm going to move that. So that is in itself stressful. For those who are listening, you may be a person that has to go to work and have deadlines, long hours, and high expectation. A friend of mine called me yesterday, and she just got a second job, and she now have to figure out how she's going to where she's going to put her kids, who's going to watch her kids. The stress of just even knowing as a single mother to find a place to put your kids because you have to provide for them. It is so much, right? So that's in itself draining. And the second thing, when you think about the different factors that leads to emotional and mental drain out, burnout, or drain, is personal life challenges, relationships, family issues, and personal health. When I think about, like, for me, like relational, I would love to have a significant other. I would love to be loved. I would love to have love find me, right? I would love for love to locate me, right? And sometimes I find that even as a challenge, as a alpha female in a sense where they think I have it together, but I really don't. I have it as much as I can together because it's only me, right? So I do have to operate in my feminine and my masculine energy at all times. especially in business. I operate in my masculine energy. On this radio show, I can operate in my feminine energy. I don't have to boss anybody up. I don't have to, delegate anything. I don't have to structure anything and do everything. So on this radio show, I'm always in my feminine energy, and I love being in my feminine energy. So the challenge for me in life, especially for relationship, is like meeting a guy and trying to not show my light up front, right? I have to dim my light for them to feel like I have to stroke their ego, make them feel good, and not them like, oh my gosh, this girl is doing this, that. Oh my gosh, she's a lot, you know. And it's not that I am a lot. I am just enough. I feel like I am more than good enough, like Monica Williams' title of her last women's brunch was, right? And I find that it's a challenge, especially for single mothers and those who are boss and mothers, right, or a single woman. She finds it challenging because you got to figure out these guys. They're like either playing some type of game, they don't want to change their ways, they size you up in a way, and not really want to bring anything to the table, but to say, okay, well, we can 50-50 it, or they either sometime again in their feminine energy more than their masculine energy, always want, don't want to give, but want so much from you, right? So that's a challenge. And when you think about family issues, I'm so thankful for my family. We don't have family issues in that way. I know my family is a bit like, they're like, oh gosh, my parents will say I have 3 children and all 3 of them is different. My sister is, a jack of all trades like I am, but she is very talented, can do hair, can sew, can cook. Anything she puts her hand to, can paint, can create. She's a creator. She operates in her creative energy. While me, I'm a businesswoman. You give me anything, I can build something from the ground up. I can move it, right? So, and I've always been a risk taker. I've always been the one that take risks, the one that people can never figure out. And my brother is, I call him still my little chocolate drop of a brother. He's a hustler. He's on the grind every day, working so hard, and I'm so proud of my siblings, and I'm so thankful for my parents as well. So we don't really have any much of family issues, and if we do, we talk about it. We don't let it linger. I would say my mom takes favoritism because I'm her favorite, even though Tanisha and Khalid is there. We're all her favorite, but she loves me. My dad, he don't take favorite, but I think my sister his favorite because he can't stand me sometimes because it's like, oh God, here she go, Mellisa with her mouth. But we don't have that crazy family issue, and I'm so thankful for that. I'm so thankful for my mom and my dad who set the great example for us to learn how to love on each other, embrace each other. We talk to our siblings every single day. There's not one day go by without me talking to my brother, my sister, my mom, and my dad. My dad was having some phone challenges. His phone must have stopped working or something, so he was waiting for his new phone. So I haven't spoken to him in a couple of days, maybe 2 days, but still, that's the most I've ever gone without speaking to my parents, right? So my father, I should say. But many of you may suffer with or having some challenges with some family. My friend just told me, I can't even trust my family to watch my kids, or I don't have nothing. I don't want to really have nothing to deal with my family, and that's some family issues, and that is in itself emotionally draining and mentally draining, right? And even personal health. I remember, like even with me, my health was a big challenge for me. To see even my number, I look at my glucose and look at my number. It's at 103 right now, 103. It's normally in the 200. I remember even when I ate, like when I eat, it always goes high, it gets high. But when like the highest I had today was 224, and that was after meal. So, that was after meal. Now before the meal, look how it drops to 103. So I always battle with diabetes in a sense, and I'm so thankful that I'm no longer uncontrolled, but I'm controlled diabetic. 14 when it shows my 14 days from now what my my A1C is. It said a 6.8. And I'm like, yes, it's going down, and I'm happy because I was in a place with my the challenge for my personal health. I was like, I mean, was it last year? Yes, it was last year. I was high risk diabetic. I was, really going through. I was in almost a 9.8, I believe. I was 9.8 in my A1C, and my numbers were always hitting the 250, the 270, the 300. To see my number at 107, you know, or 103, or even 9, like I remember it was at 90 the other day. I mean, yeah, we're midday, it was 90. I was like, "Oh my gosh, I want to eat something." My body don't is not used to my sugar to being this low. But I'm thankful, but that also is a stress, especially with diabetes, right? It's very emotional. I mean, to me, when I'm stressed, my number goes high, is really high. So I also do what emotional eat. I will eat. So, whatever you're, even with you, whatever your personal health, maybe it's to gain, you gain too much weight and you're trying to lose weight. Maybe it's diabetes or high blood pressure or even anxiety, or, you can't sleep, it's still a personal health challenge that's a factor on when it comes to a factor when it comes to your emotional or mental drainage, right? Another thing that can that can cause you to have that emotional and mental drainage or burnout is information overload. Constant exposure to news, social media, and even digital devices. Like, I take a break from social media. Like, I'm only there to build my algorithm, and I'm out. I don't watch the news. My sister was talking about was watching something about the P Diddy, um, Sean Puffy Combs, the downfall of him. I'm like, what's going on with him? She was like, Melissa, have you been under a rock? I'm like, well, I don't watch the news. I don't put the tell their vision inside of me, right? So I don't like, I stay away from that. But many people, that's their thing. I remember my ex husband. I mean, he can't have a good conversation because all you talk about is the news. Like, he's so, that's another story from another day, honey. But he's just all intertwined with the news and what's going on with CNN, and that's his whole conversation. He can't even talk about anything else that other than the news or soccer, right? So some people are like that. That information overload. For me, my overload was studying for a test. Remember, I said I studied for one test and then have to take another test, right? So that's information overload. I had to take a break. I literally went to sleep for 2 hours. I set my timer and I went to sleep for 2 hours and woke up, and I felt so refreshed. So, and also after waking up, I took a break. I was like, I'm going to take a whole hour break to really just kind of get myself together so I can go in studying again for another 6 hours, because I have to do 2 hours. I'm going to do 2 hours straight with finishing up the 120 question. And then once I check the answers and everything, I'm going to go back again and do another 200 questions. So I do 120 questions, and I'm gonna do 200 right after. So this whole night, I had to even send Chelsea away to my sister so I can just focus on studying and just really owning in on this, because I believe that this time I will pass this test. So, but when you are feeling overwhelmed, emotionally drained, and mentally drained, that can also become because of your on overload, information overload, right? So stay away from the devices, put them down, turn off the news, take a mental break. And the last thing that I want to kind of hit home in this space about, what drains us, the factors that drains us, is a lack of self-care. Neglecting your own needs and well-being is a big thing. Like, I was so overwhelmed, and I'm going to be honest, I was so overwhelmed on Tuesday. I was supposed to be scheduled for my massage and also for my acupuncture. And my massage therapist called me and was like, "Oh my gosh, Melissa, I think I have poison ivy." I was like, seriously? I got up early and I wanted this massage. and I needed this massage. And she was like, well, you can still come to acupuncture. And I was just like, no, I'm not going to wait an extra hour and 15 minutes before I go to do acupuncture. No, it's just really messed up my day. I'm going to go home. And I really needed it on Tuesday, but I'm going to I have rescheduled it for Thursday. So I'm going to do my massage. Hopefully she's not doesn't have poison ivy on her hand, so she can give me my massage because I love my self care. Every day, every week, I get my acupuncture, I get my massage, and I get my chiropractic care. Three things I get every week for myself. And I can't wait to get back into a space where I'm going to get once a month, get my feet done. Once a month, get my nails done. Like those are stuff that I love doing for me. I normally also go get my a facial done once a month. So I like to spend on that part of my self care. Um, doesn't have to always be spending. Like my self care yesterday was taking a nap. That helped me to self care. That helped me to stop feeling so drained and having that anxiety kick in. So I was like, nope, I'm taking a nap midday. And everybody knows Melissa don't take naps in the midday, but I needed it. That was my way of self caring. So we need to find a way to recognize the signs. What are the signs? It is critical to recognize when you are experiencing mental or emotional burnout. So, what are the common signs that you need to look for? I want you to look at fatigue, persistent fatigue or tiredness. Are you always tired? Are you always fatigued? Difficult in concentrating or making decision? Are you always going back and forth? Well, I don't know. What should I do? Like, I just can't concentrate. My head is hurting me. Irritability. Are you having mood swings? Do just like you're just off one day? Every day you're just off. You're snapping on somebody. Like, that's a sign. Feeling overwhelmed or anxious. That's a sign of mental or emotional burnout, right? Physical symptoms like headaches or muscle tension, or you just feel weak. I need you to watch and understand the signs. When you are feeling this way, that is a sign your body's telling you that you're going through a phase of either a mental or emotional burnout. So I want you to practice some tips for overcoming this, right? So once you actually know the factors that causes a mental and emotional um, burnout, no, you need to then after that recognize the signs. And once you have recognized the signs, what can I do? Right? I want you to ask yourself, so what can I do? What can I practice for me to help me to overcome my mental or my emotional burnout? What can I do to help myself? So first, I want you to prioritize your self care. Figure out how you can get some regular exercise. Physical activity can boost your endorphins, improve your mood, and even help your energy. Like I like to walk. Everybody know Melissa loves to walk. And I promise myself every single day, no matter what, I do 5,000 minimum steps a day. So I do that. When it's like now that it's getting hot, I gotta now go into the gym, which I don't like going to my gym, but I do have a big gym. So like even though I know that I've taken an hour break, like after my hour break of me just relaxing and having just kind of taking my time, I'm gonna go into the gym and I'm gonna work out because I still have to do 2,000 more steps. So I'm gonna go into the gym and do 45 minutes of cardio and 20 minutes of weight training, right? So I'm going to spend some time working out about an hour and 10 minutes in the gym. So find that time. It helps boost your energy, get you back on track. Also, find a way to have a balanced diet. Nourish your body with healthy foods that sustain your energy. Like for me, when I have to force myself to eat because of the diabetes, right? Because I'm on the medication and sometimes I don't really remember that I need to eat. So before I go to the gym, I'm going to make me a nice shake. Make me a nice shake, nice protein shake. So whatever that is for you, a salad, a protein shake, a nice meal, a balanced meal. Get that. And the next thing that people need to help you to, you know, I want you, these are tips that's going to help you to overcome mental and emotional drainage or burnout. Self care, exercise, balance your diet. And the next thing through self care is sleep. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep. Turn off the TV, keep the phone on the outside, all the devices on the outside. Establish a bedtime routine to wind down. Like even that, I got to do the same thing for my daughter. I got to figure out how to get her back to wind down. Because Chelsea will stay up until 1 o'clock at times because she want to finish her schoolwork or she, can't sleep. You know, so I believe so much in really getting that quality sleep. And my time of winding down is at 10 o'clock. And I'm going to challenge myself to, to have that same wind down schedule even in the summertime to help her balance out her moods and her time as she grows into herself. And the next thing that I want you to think about on how to manage your and how to overcome mental and emotional burnout is set boundaries. You have to set boundaries. What does boundaries look like for you? For your work life balance, clearly define your working hours and personal time. What does that look like? My work hours is 9 to 6, and then after that, I take a break. I'm going to, I have to start. I just started back having to pull up, to do something. So 9 to 6 is my time of work in the daytime, and then I take breaks. After that, I spend some time cooking dinner from 6 to, or I cook dinner on my break time when I'm in the midday. I just cook something so I can eat at 6 to 7. So between 6 and 7 is our eating time, and then I take a nice little break from 7 to 7:30, and I go walking because I eat, and then I go walking, and then around say 7:45 ish, from 7:45 to around 10:30, I do business. So I'm always working until that time. So when I work at that hours, that means I push my bedtime to my wind down to 10:45, and I try my best to be in the bed to sleep by 11. Right. So if I have to go to have a client that late at time, like yesterday, I had a client at 8:30 that finished at 9:30. Right, and then after that, I had to study. So I didn't go to bed until like 1, 2 o'clock that morning. Right, so that's different because I had a mission to really study and get my tests, and everything moving. Right, so but you need to set boundaries for your work life balance. When you're at work, you're at work. When you're at home, work turns off. Second thing is digital detox. You got to literally detox from the screens. Limit screen time, especially before bed. Consider taking breaks from social media. Like make it a no social media Monday. Right? You're not even found on social media on Monday. And the crazy thing is people don't know how to balance that. They will sit there and scroll and scroll. Like I only scroll for maybe an hour throughout. I would say throughout the day, I will go on it here and there, but I don't give myself. I give myself a time limit, and I'm in and I'm out. So you have to find that balance, especially before bedtime. So I know for a fact I don't touch that phone after a certain time because I know that the screen, just the light alone mess me up when it's time to go to bed. So I don't turn, even in my room. I have a TV. I don't turn my TV on. My daughter be like, "Mommy, I don't know why you have a TV because you never turn it on." No, I don't. I turn it off if necessary. But consider taking breaks from your social media. Try that and see how it works. Hey, everybody. Again, you are listening to Women Emerge with Mellisa Lambert. It is Wellness Wednesday, and I'm closing out the month real, real strong. And I'm discussing overcoming mental and emotional drain or burnout. You know, um, Emotional and mental burnout is something, and I want you to think about that. Are you emotionally or mentally burned out? Are you emotionally burned out? If you are mentally burned out, here are some tips for you to, become a better you. And the first thing I discussed was understanding the factors that is behind being emotionally and mentally burned out. It can be work related stress, it can be personal life challenges, it can be informational overload, even it can be lack of self care. And now I discuss also how to recognize the signs. What are the signs? Being fatigued or tired, you know, difficult concentrating or making decisions are some signs. Having a mood swings, that's some signs, right? Feeling overwhelmed or anxious, that's the sign. Physical symptoms like headaches or muscle tension, that's the sign. you know. And now I'm discussing how we're going to practice. How are we going to practice tips on overcoming mental and emotional burnout? So I talked about the first thing was prioritize self care. Let self care be your priority. Regular exercise, balanced diets, having a sleep schedule. The second thing I discussed was set boundaries, work life balance, digital detox. And the next thing within setting boundaries is practice mindfulness and relaxation techniques. Meditation is one thing that you can practice. Spend a few minutes daily focusing on your breath and literally be present. Be present in the moment. I literally have it on my phone where it would alarm me when it's time for my meditation time, when it's time for my I call it mindfulness, when it's time for that. And I will stop everything I'm doing in that moment and start taking some deep breaths, gaze out on my patio and just breathe. You got to do it. Deep breathing exercise truly can help you. These can help reduce stress and even improve your focus. Take deep breaths. Breathe in, breathe in the good, positive energy. Exhale what doesn't serve you. Breathe in what's good. Exhale what doesn't serve you. And some people like it and some people don't. Yoga or Pilates or some type of strength training, something that's kind of help you stretch your muscles, you know, anything that causes your body to actually stretch and move. That also can help as well, right? And the fourth thing I wanted to help that I think that's a great tip to help you overcome mental and emotional burnout is connect with others. Social support. Reach out to friends, family, or support groups. Sharing your feelings can lighten the emotional load. And when I tell you this is so true, this happened to me on yesterday. I was driving home and I just called Candace, my girlfriend, and I was just talking to her. And she's a therapist. And I try my best not to do that with her because, again, that's what she gets paid for, right? And I don't want to be like an unpaid client. I want to be her friend. So I was just venting, and she was like, Mel, she calls me Mel. She said, Mel, I felt the same way. And I began to encourage her. And then we ended with a prayer, and we began to pray, and we began to lift each other up in the spirit. And after the call, we felt so good. And she was like, Melissa, every day we got to do this. We say this all the time. But it felt so good. And I said, in June, I'm going to practice this. Start in June. I'm going to practice speaking to 5 new people, every friends, family, or colleague a day, 5 a day. I'm going to write their names down. I'm going to call it my social connect book. Ooh, that's a good one. Find you a social connect book. Who are the 5 people that you're going to reach out today and just check on them? Who are the 5 people you're going to actually talk to them, see how they're doing, how their business is going? Who are those 5 people? Find them, connect with them, let them know how things are going. Let them know that you have you know what's going on with you, and see what's going on with them. Do a touch base, see how things are going. And the next thing is professional help. Oh my gosh, I am a big fan of professional help. My degree's in psychology and counseling. I believe in that. I believe it's very important to have a therapist or a counselor or a pastor, someone that has a mental health professional background that can provide valuable tools and insights that's going to help you get the help you need. So please seek the help you need. Call your insurance company, call your church, and see if they provide that service. It's necessary, it's needed. Again, I'm giving you some tips for overcoming mental and emotional drain or burnout. I'm now reaching to tip number 5. Tip number 5 is engage in enjoyable activities. Listen, okay, so that's my biggest problem. I don't have enough fun. Like my sister, she's a queen of fun, honey. She takes my daughter, like she picked up my daughter and said they going to the movies today. She is like this. She would just come out of nowhere. Oh, are we going to the mall? Oh, we going like I don't do that. I'm a plan to do person. My sister is a unscheduled to do person. She don't have a schedule. She just go with the flow. And sometimes I'll be like, I wish I was like Tanisha, my sister, because she knows how to go with the flow. And I know one of these days I'll get there, being a full time entrepreneur, business owner, CEO of my own brand. I'm always pushing to push so I can get to the place where I'm able to be comfortable to say I have hobbies. I can, do like Candace, she loves gardening. I can go painting or I can go bowling or I can go, hiking. I want to be able to say I can do that. That's the fun I want to bring into my life. I love to read. That's one of my hobbies, right? I love to read and walk. So you always find me with a book, reading somewhere or writing a book somewhere, or building a business somewhere. Those are my hobbies. But also find nature. I love nature. I'm a nature walker. I love to walk in nature. I love spending time outside. Um, you know, I don't like to do the woods that much, like those walk paths. I like to walk my community because it's open. It's not. I don't have to think about a bear coming out because we're living in Florida, honey. I don't have to think about no type of creature jumping out at me, other than these dogs. Oh my gosh, my neighbors some time with these dogs. I love dogs, dog lovers. I love them, but sometimes the owners will think that everybody is a dog lover and want to let their dogs lick you or smell you or bark at you. So, excuse me. I try to, when I see the dogs, I say hi from a distance. But I love my nature walk in my community. It can boost your mood and it can also help reduce stress. So try nature walk if it's either walking in a park. If it's, we have a park here called Crane Roost. Go to Crane Roost. I go to Crane Roost and I will walk, or I can just walk around my community or I take a hike. When Chelsea plays tennis, there's a hiking trail that I normally walk in. It's just so beautiful. So that's number 5, engage in enjoyable activity. Number 6, again, I'm giving you a lot of tips now on how to overcome mental and emotional burnout, right? Mental and emotional burnout. Listen, it's hard in these streets, especially in these days, in these times. It's really, really hard. So number six is organize and plan. Get my book focused. Listen, get my book focused. It's a 90-day journal to focus on you. It helps you to gauge your day each and every day. Set your goals, what your intent for the day, what you're going to do tomorrow at 6 o'clock, at 9 o'clock, at 11 o'clock, at 12 o'clock. Set your intention for the day. What's your affirmation for the day? That book is a great book. It keeps you organized. It keeps you on track. Task management, break tasks into small steps. If you're the type of person that wants to bite an elephant at one sitting, break things down in small chunks. Step at a time, and use my book or a planner or an or app that will help keep you on track. Go if you want to get my focus book. It's a 90-day journal to help you focus on you. Go to Mellisa Mellisa books.com. That's Mellisa books.com. That book will help you stay on track. I promise you, it can keep you organized. Then the next thing within, staying organized is set realistic goals. Don't do it. Don't overdo it. Avoid overcommitment, overcommitting to things. Like, a friend of mine, she truly needed help, but I couldn't overcommit to keeping her children for from 7 to 6, because I know how busy my schedule is and I have a lot going on, and I don't even feed myself, much less and I have to think about 2 other kids, and I had to not overcommit myself because I know me. I'm the one that's quick to jump to act to help, but I had to, recognize that's not a goal that I can achieve. Set achievable goals and celebrate your progress. Like this month of May has been an amazing month. Not only did I launch I launched 2 of my clients this month, I was able to also add 15 new people that I'm going to reach out to mind map with. I also was able to secure a contract, and I was also able to take my my life insurance license to see where I stand with that. So that's me feeling like I had some progress, and I will celebrate because I feel like I did well this month, even through the challenges. A lot of people can't run all this down what I just did in just one sitting, but I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the opportunity to be able to do that. So those are the things I want you to really keep in mind. I'm going to go over the 6. I gave you 6 tips for overcoming mental and emotional burnout. You know, burnout is real, y'all. Mental and emotional burnout is real. And how you overcome those, these are the tips. Prioritize your self-care, regular exercise, balanced diet, sleep. Get a sleep schedule. 2, set boundaries, work-life balance, digital detox, practice mindfulness. 3 is practice mindfulness and relaxation, deep breathing exercise, meditation, yoga. 4, the 4th tip is connect with others, social support, get some professional help if necessary. 5, engage in enjoyable activities. 6, organize and plan. Task management, set realistic goal. And I want to now dig deeper in building long-term resilience. Developing resilience is key to maintaining mental and emotional health. Did you hear that? Building long-term resilience, developing it is the key to maintaining mental and emotional health. So I'm going to give you some strategies to build resilience over time. And I'm going to close it in because I know that I'm talking a lot, and I really want to make sure you guys grab this. But so cultivate a positive mindset, gratitude practice. Regularly note down things you are grateful for. Like I just shared with you, I'm grateful that this month of May, even though how challenging this month was for me, I was able to really see the greatness of two of my clients launch. I was able to see my dad come to my rescue and help me with something that I need. I was I was able to now see there 14 wonderful people that wanted my help. I was able to really get out there and speak. I'm so grateful for that. And the next thing under cultivate a positive mindset, positive affirmation. Positive affirmation is the key. Use positive self-talk to boost your confidence and outlook. I am beautiful, I'm loved, and I'm important. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I am chosen by God, and I am more than good enough. Whatever that is, give yourself that. Give yourself that ability to embrace all of that. The second um, tip that I want to give to you to help you to build resilience is learn and grow. Learn and grow. Continual learning. Engage in activities that stimulate your mind and expand your knowledge. Whatever that is. I love to read. I love to watch different things. I'm always challenging myself. Like I even I'm thinking about registering into a dual program to get my master's and my doctorate degree. I love to learn. I love to challenge myself. I love to challenge myself. I want to enter that 2.5 year program to challenge myself and, expand myself in the area of business. That's what I want to get my degree in business because I love helping people, so, continue learning what that looks like for you. You got to figure that out. Figure out how you're going to personally develop you each and every day. What book you're going to read, what things you're going to watch, what things you're going to listen to that helps you to feel and understand that you're going and you're growing. You're learning and you're growing, right? Reflect on experiences. Use your challenges as learning opportunities. Don't think about your failures as a failure, but think of them as success because you learned from it and you can grow from it. Reflect on how you have overcome past difficulties, how challenging it was, how effective you were to kind of maneuver through it, and how you saw things in a different light. And the third thing that I want you to focus on when it comes to building resilience is stay flexible, adaptability. Life is unpredictable, and even that I had to learn that for me. I had to learn, Melissa, you got to adapt, embrace change, and remain flexible in your approach. Some things may not go your way, and it's okay. Move through it, groove through it, stay flexible, and also problem solve skills. Build that up for yourself. Develop strategies that effectively tackle problem solving because it's going to come. It's going to rise. And you have to find the way to really move through it in a flexible manner. So, as again, you're listening to Women Emerge with Mellisa Lambert. I am your host, and today is Wellness Wednesday. Every Wednesday, I tune into you to really go through certain things that I feel that is going to be helpful for us and to help us grow in our spiritual wellness, our financial wellness, our mental wellness, our physical wellness. And today's topic was overcoming mental and overcoming mental and emotional burnout. And I gave you some tips for a better you. And I started with talking about the factors. What are the factors when it comes to a full burnout, emotional and mental burnout? Work-related stress, personal life challenges, information overload, lack of self-care. Those are the factors that causes a burnout, emotional or mental. Then you have to learn how to recognize the signs. Are you tired? Are you fatigued? Are you having difficulty concentrating or making decisions? Are you having a lot of mood swings? Are you feeling overwhelmed or anxious? Do you have physical symptoms like headache or muscle tension? Then I talked about, tips. I gave you some extra tips on overcoming mental and emotional burnout. One, personalize, prioritize your self-care, regular exercise, balanced diet, get some sleep. Two, set boundaries, work-life balance, digital detox. Three, practice mindfulness and relaxation techniques, meditation, deep breathing, yoga or Pilates, or some type of stretching. Four, connect with others, social support. professional help. The fifth tip is engage in enjoyable activities. What are your hobbies? What do you love to do other than work? Nature walk. Try that. Six, organize and plan. Task management. Set realistic goals. Then lastly, I shared how to build long-term resilience. Developing resilience is a key to maintaining mental and emotional health. So what you're going to do, one, you're going to cultivate a positive mindset, gratitude practice, positive affirmation. Two, you're going to learn and you're going to grow. Continual learning. Find a way to continue to learn and grow. What are you going to register into? What are you going to listen to? What are you going to watch? What are you going to, go to seminars, webinars, right? Then reflect on experiences. Not all bad experiences are bad. And the third thing is stay flexible. Adaptability. Learn how to problem solve with different, skills. So dealing with mental and emotional burnout is a journey, y'all. It's not a destination. It's about finding what works best for you and incorporating these practices into your daily life. Remember, it's okay. I want you to know it's okay to take one step at a time. And I want to say the biggest thing, I need you to remember this. Seek help when you need it. Don't sit there and shut in and close yourself off from the world. Seek help from a professional. If not a professional, call a friend that you can confide in. Seek help. Your well-being is worth the effort. So make the effort to get the help that you need. I want to say thank you again. Thank you again for tuning in to Woman Emerged with Mellisa Lambert. If you found that today's episode was helpful, please share it with someone who might benefit from it. You never know who may benefit from it. And don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review. Leave me a review. Let me know that you love the episode, and understand it's worth it. You are worth it. You are more than good enough. Just want to remind you that this show is being sponsored by Women Emerge Network, a network that is created for women, men, and children to help bring families' dreams, destinies, and their businesses together. Here at Women Emerge Network, our goal is to impact the women, the family, the community, and the world by bringing resources, education, and opportunities that will make a difference in the life of so many people. So why would you want to join Women Emerge Network? It's a place where we can come together and we can grow this network, learn and grow and create generational wealth together. So how do you now connect with us? Go to womanemergenetwork.com, womanemergenetwork.com. And please don't forget to follow me. Follow me and like me on all of the 12 top podcasts. But also follow me on Facebook at Mellisa, that's Mellisa S. Lambert. And Women Emerge Network is our group, and Women Emerge Wellness is our group. Also on IG at Women Emerge Now. You can go to the website, womanemergenetwork.com. Join the network. Stay tuned and join the network. Be a part of the family. And if you are a person that wants to become an author, you can check out lambertpublishinghouse.com, lambertpublishinghouse.com. And as I mentioned to you earlier, I do have a book called Focus. It's a 90-day journal to help you focus on you. Go to, I think my book is, Melissa.com. Yeah, I think it's, MelissaBooks.com. I think it's MelissaBooks.com. Yeah, Mellisa, Mellisa books.com. Mellisa books.com. And if you want to do a discovery session to actually figure out how to mind map with me, and I'm going to map you out and get you through your passion, your purpose, push you to power, and help you to profit. Go to Coach Mellisa. That's Coach, CoachMellisa.com. That's all. Yes, I said a mouthful. And I know that it was a lot, but I am excited. I'm thankful. We are ending this month of Mental Wellness Awareness Month. But remember, every month, make sure you tap in. Know where your mental health is. Mental wellness, mental and mental burnout it's real. Emotional burnout is real. I just gave you a lot to think about. Please listen back again to these tips. Please follow them. Please take heed and remember you are important. You are worth it. You are valuable and you still have to fulfill and serve your purpose. So until next Wednesday, take care, take charge, and remember your greatest wealth is your health. And you have the power. I'm going to say it again. You have the power to change it. Until next time, be great. Bye for now.
Thank you for listening to Women Emerge with Mellisa Lambert, where Mellisa speaks with leaders, experts, and motivators who share their journeys and their stories through personal and professional growth, knowledgeable tips, and lessons learned that will empower you to grow. Follow Mellisa and Women Emerge Network on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at MELLISA SLAMBERT and at Women Emerge Network. And visit www.womenemergenetwork.com. Remember, when you know better, you can do better, especially when God is for you.